Welcome to video number 1 for this unit on one-variable statistics. In this video, we're going to focus on representing data. Statistics is about using data to solve problems or make decisions. There are two types of data. Numerical data are expressed using a number. Numerical data, also called measurement or quantitative data, are data where the values are numbers, measurements, or quantities. For example, to answer the question, how tall are the students in this class? You would measure the height of each student, which would result in numerical data. Categorical data are expressed using characteristics. Categorical data are data where the values are categories. For example, to answer the question, what brand of phones do people use? You would survey several people and their answers result in categorical data. The question that you ask determines the type of data that you collect and whether or not there is variability in the data collected. These are examples of statistical questions because they are only answered by collecting data that has variability. In earlier grades, you learned that there is variability in a data set if all of the values in the data set are not the same. What is the average class size at this school would produce numerical data with some variability. What are the favorite colors of students in this class would produce categorical data with some variability. A statistical question is a question that can only be answered by using data and where we expect the data to have variability. These are examples of non-statistical questions because they are answered by collecting data that does not vary. How many students are on the roster for this class would produce numerical data that does not vary. There is only one value in the data set, so there is no variability. What color is this marker would produce categorical data that does not vary. There is only one value in the data set, so there is no variability. We can present a distribution of data in several forms, including lists, dot plots, histograms, and box plots. For a numerical or categorical data set, the distribution tells you how many of each value or category there are in a data set. A list displays all of the values in a data set and can be organized in different ways. This list shows the pH for 30 different water samples. Here is the same list organized in order from least to greatest. With the organized list, you can more easily interpret the data, calculate the values of the 5-number summary. The 5-number summary consists of the minimum, the 3 quartiles, and the maximum. Estimate or calculate the mean, and create a dot plot, box plot, or histogram. Here is a dot plot and histogram representing the distribution of the data in the list. A dot plot is created by putting a dot for each value above the position on the number line. For the pH dot plot, there are 2 water samples with a pH of 6.5 and 1 water sample with a pH of 7. A histogram is made by counting the number of values from the data set in a certain interval and drawing a bar over that interval at a height that matches the count. In the pH histogram, there are 5 water samples that have a pH between 6.5 and 7. Here is a box plot representing the distribution of the same data as the dot plot and histogram. To create a box plot, you need to find the minimum, first quartile, median, third quartile, and maximum values for the data set. These 5 values are sometimes called the 5-number summary. Drawing a vertical mark and then connecting the pieces as in the example creates the box plot. For the pH box plot, we can see that the minimum is about 5.8, the median is about 7.4, and the maximum is around 8.6. Thank you for watching video number 1 of 4 for this unit on one-variable statistics.